EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Gunners.
Set to kick off.
And we are underway from Houston. A short kick taken at the 18. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Monogany on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And a Dolphin 1st down.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Allen now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary, 84 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, Tua. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
Tagovailoa.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Miami.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Singletary, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Brandon Jones. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Gunners 7, Dolphins nothing.
Allen from the gun on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Good. 4.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Dancing to his left. Oh, that was dangerous.
Allen
threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
56.
To throw again. Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brashad Perriman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down.
Tua now on first down. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game.
On for the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over. First down and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a gain of 14. and brings up second down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Pass on for the extra point. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick, it heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Check down to Breida. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Matt Breida. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 40.
Tua going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
The throw over the middle taken in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. 95 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. He's at the 50. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 48-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too late. He's coming. Double up.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Preston Williams. Incomplete. Tre'Davious White on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua, the final shot before half. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
56, 56.
From the gun, Allen looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
59 mark, check, check.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They go right back to Singletary. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is Jakeem Grant. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
The score, Gunners 33, Dolphins 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Allen to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Devin Singletary. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Dolphins.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You can't block that.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Gunners 40, Dolphins 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No pass.
Singletary loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Brings up third down and 9.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Singletary again. And some space here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Let's go up in the end, so do my dance.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1. Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they just keep